So Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azami Fahmi. My metric number is 19DDT to 3F1051. And today I'm going to present problem-based task for Osos operating system. So there are 4 questions available for this PBT. So let's go straight to the answer. So these are the answer for question 1. So the first one is operating system, Linux like Ubuntu, CentOS or Debian. So justification for operating system Linux is first one is cost effective because Linux is open source, meaning there are no licensing fees for using it. Second one is customizable. You can modify Linux to suit the needs of your hardware and office environment. The third one is stability and security. Linux is known for its high stability and security features, making it a reliable choice for enterprise and office environment. The fourth one is support for diverse hardware. Because Linux support a wide range of hardware configurations from low-end system to high-performance users. So there are recommended distributions. There are 3. Ubuntu, it's ideal for beginners. It has a large community and regular updates. Debian, known for stability, suitable for more technical users or support environments. And CentOS, a free alternative to Red Hat Enterprise Linux, suitable for servers. So here are hardware requirements for Linux. Minimum is 2 GB RAM, 25 GB disk space, and a 2 GHz processor. Like suitable for desktop, but the recommended one is 4 GB RAM, 40 GB disk space, and a multi-core processor for better performance, especially for office or server use. So the second one is Office Suite, LibreOffice. So the justification for this one is LibreOffice is a completely free and open source alternative to Microsoft Office, reducing costs significantly. Second one is feature rich, includes writer, word processor, calc, spreadsheet, impress, presentation, draw, vector graphics, base, database, and math formula editor. For the compatibility, it can read and write Microsoft file formats, which is essential for interoperability with external clients. So the hardware requirement minimum is 2 GB RAM, 200 MB free disk space, and a 1 GHz processor. But the recommended one is 4 GB RAM, 1 until 2 GB free disk space, and a multi-core processor for optimal performance. The third one is answer for question 1 is Internet and Email, Mozilla Firefox, and Thunderbird. For the justification, both are open source and free to use. Mozilla Firefox and Thunderbird emphasize user privacy and security with regular updates and a focus on minimizing data collection. It offers numerous extensions and themes to enhance the user experience. Alright, for the hardware requirements, minimum for Firefox or Thunderbird is 2 GB RAM, 200 MB free disk space, and 1 GHz processor. But the recommended one is 4 GB RAM to 1 GB disk space for smoother experience, especially if handling multiple tabs or accounts. Alright, fourth one is graphic software, JMP and Inkscape. So here are the justification. JMP is a robust image editing tool, and Inkscape is an excellent vector graphic design tool. Both tools provide comprehensive features on par with Adobe products, but without the associated licensing costs. It's also available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Alright, so the hardware requirements for JMP and Inkscape is 2 GB RAM, 250 MB disk space, and 1 GHz processor. But the recommended one as usual 4 GB RAM, but this one with 500 MB disk space and multi-core processor for better performance with complex file. So the fifth one is entertainment software, VLC, Media Player, and Audacity. So here are the justification. It plays almost any type of video and audio format, making it highly versatile and open source. It's a powerful audio editor, ideal for basic audio editing needs, podcast, or music production. Both are available on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, making them flexible for all types of usage. Alright, for the hardware requirements, minimum is 2 GB RAM, 100 MB 2 GB RAM, 100 MB disk space, and a 1 GHz processor. For the recommended one is 4 GB RAM, 500 MB disk space, and a multi-core processor. For the Audacity, minimum is 2 GB RAM, 100 disk space, and 1 GHz processor. And for the recommended one is 4 GB RAM, 500 MB disk space for efficient editing. Right, this is one is Apache, Nginx, MySQL, or MariaDB. So here the justification. It's an open source web service. They are highly scalable and widely used in hosting web applications. It's for Apache and Nginx. Alright, this one only for Apache, known for its flexibility, extensibility, and comprehensive documentation. And for Nginx, is a lightweight, efficient, and excellent for handling a high number of concurrent connections. Alright, MySQL or MariaDB, powerful open source database used to manage data for websites and applications. Alright, these are only for MariaDB. MariaDB is a fork of MySQL with enhanced features and performance environment. Alright, these are the hardware requirements. Minimum for server and database is 2 GB RAM, 20 GB disk space, and a 20 GHz processor. But the recommended one is 4 GB RAM, 4 GB disk space, and multi-core processor, especially when hosting multiple sites or a high traffic environment. Alright, so the last answer for question 1. Web-based administration tools is Webmin. The justification. Webmin is a base interface for managing a initialized system, offering a simple way to administer service. It manages user service and configuration files and integrates well with other server software. For the cross-platform, it works on Linux, BSD, and Solaris system, making it flexible for different server environments. For the hardware requirements, it need a 512 MB RAM, 2 GB free disk space, and 1 GHz processor. But for the recommended one, it needs 2 GB RAM, 4 GB disk space, and a multi-core processor for smooth administration, especially when managing multiple servers. Done with question 1. So let's go to question 2. So here are the commands. All the commands for question 2. So there's the first one. Here's the second one. The third one. Fourth. Okay, done with question 2. Now let's go to question 3. Okay, so there are 3 answer for question 3. So first one is window manager. For the common usage, i3 is a window manager commonly used by users who prefer keyboard-centric control and minimalism. It is designed for power users who prioritize efficiency and speed. i3 allows users to manage windows in a grid-like layout, where windows automatically tile and take up the entire screen space without overlapping. So here are the benefits of other window managers. So the first one is efficiency, because i3's tiling layout maximize screen real estate and reduce the need for mouse usage, speeding up workflow. Second one is highly configurable, because i3 is known for its simplicity and configurability, allowing users to tweak every aspect of the window manager using plain text configuration files. So when it's lightweight, why? Because i3 is minimalistic by design, which makes it very lightweight and resource efficient, especially beneficial for the hardware users looking for a fast, no-freeze environment. The fourth one is extensive documentation. Why? Because i3 is well documented and has a large community, providing a wealth of resources for troubleshooting and configuration. So development for i3. i3 was developed by Michael Stapelberg and was first released in 2009. The goal was to create a more efficient and modern alternative to other window managers like DWM and Xmonad. So the second one is SFCE desktop environment. The second answer for the common usage. SFCE is a desktop environment designed for users who want a traditional desktop experience without sacrificing performance. is popular among those looking for a fast, stable, and highly customizable environment that works well on all the hardware. SFCE is commonly used in lightweight distribution and is favored by users who want a balance between performance and usability. So there are the benefits for window managers or desktops. So the first one is lightweight and fast. SFCE is lightweight, making it a good choice for users with the limited system resources or the hardware. Second one is familiar interface because it offers a user interface that closely resembles other versions of Windows, making it comfortable for users transitioning from other operating system. Third one is customizable because while it's lightweight, SFCE also offers a high degree of customization, enabling users to tweak almost every part of the desktop environment. For the fourth benefit is extensive software ecosystem because SFCE is a part of a larger ecosystem of free software, providing integration with many utilities and applications specifically designed for SFCE. So for development, SFCE was originally developed by Olivia Furden in 1986. The project began as a way to create a desktop environment based on the Windows system and aim to be both fast and feature rich. So the last one for question 3 is Cinnamon desktop environment. Alright, these are the common usage. Cinnamon is a desktop environment that is designed to offer a more modern, user-friendly experience while maintaining a traditional desktop feel. It is commonly used in Linux Mint, where it provides a refined and polished desktop environment that is highly regarded for its stability and ease of use. It is also often chosen by users who prefer the aesthetics and usability of GNOME 2 but with more modern features. So there are the benefits of other window managers or desktop. So the first one is family and initiative. Why? Because Cinema's interface similar to the traditional desktop environments like GNOME 2 on Windows, making it ideal for user transitioning from other operating system. The second one is feature rich. Why? Because it includes a lot of modern features out of the box, such as a powerful menu system, advanced window tiling, and desktop effects. The third one is customizable because Cinema offers excessive customization options, including applets, themes, and slats, which allow users to tailor the experience to their needs. The fourth one is stability, because Cinnamon is known for its stability and smooth performance, especially for users who want a reliable desktop environment with a modern aesthetic. So for the development, Cinnamon was originally developed by Linux Mint team with the first release in 2011. It was created as a response to the changes in GNOME 3, which adopted a radically different interface that the Linux Mint team and many users did not find appealing. Cinnamon aims to provide a familiar desktop experience with modern features inspired by the traditional GNOME 2 interface but built using GTK plus 3 and Matter for window management. So done with question 3, let's go to question 4. There are how many of these? 5. There are 5 points for question 4, so let's go straight forward. The first one is file ownership in Linux. Every file directory in Linux has 3 types of owners: user, group, and other. User is the person who creates or owns the file. Group is the group that associated with the file, which can consist of multiple users. And other, it's any user who is not the owner or part of the file group. Alright, so here are the importance for ownership. First one is control, because ownership determines who has control over a file or directory. Only the owner of a file can change its permission. Second one is security. Why? Because proper ownership helps enforce security by ensuring that only authorized users or groups can access, modify, or delete files. For example, sensitive configuration files should not be accessible by general users. So the third one is access control. Why? Because ownership ensures that files are only accessible by those with a legitimate need. For example, a file owned by the user should be accessible only to the system administrator. Right, so the second answer for question 4 is file permission in Linux. In Linux, file permission control who can read, write, or execute a file. There are 3 basic types of permissions: read, allow, and execute. Read allow the user to open and read the contents of the file. Write allow user to modify or delete the file, while execute allow user to run the file if it is a program or script. So permission types by user, there are three: owner permissions, group permissions, and other permissions. Owner permissions is a permission that granted to the file's owner. Group permission is a permission granted to the file's group members, while other permissions is permission granted to all other users. So there are special permission in Linux. In addition to basic read, write, and execute permission, Linux support special permissions that provide more granular controls over files. So the first one is set tweet. When sent on an executable file, this permission allows the file to run with the privileges of the file's owner rather than the user who executes it. For example, the password command must have set to allow normal user to modify their password files. So there are the commands, and the second one is set git. When set a directory, files created within that directory inherit the group of the directory rather than the user current group. So the third one is sticky bit. It's commonly used on directories, especially shared directories like /tmp. It ensures that only the owner of a file can delete or rename it, even if others have write access to the directory. Okay, so the fourth answer for question 4 is the role of permission and ownership in system security. Okay, so Linux permission system is vital for protecting the integrity and confidentiality of files. Some key points to note: there are 4 of them. So for the first one is principle of least privilege, because it's always assigned the minimum permissions necessary for users to perform their task. For example, a regular user should not have write access to system files. Second one is preventing unauthorized access. By carefully managing ownership and permissions, you prevent unauthorized user from accessing sensitive data, modifying critical system files, or executing potentially harmful scripts. Third one is effective group management. Assign files to appropriate groups so that team of users can work together without overexposing sensitive files to everyone on the system. Fourth one is root user control. Alright, because the root user can modify any file and change ownership and permissions, but should always be cautious and avoid granting unnecessary permissions to avoid accidental data loss or malicious actions. So the last answer for question 4. Best practice for managing ownership and permissions. So there are 5 points here. So the first one is regularly review and audit file permissions to ensure they are set correctly. Second one is user group to manage access, especially in multi-user environments, instead of giving users individual permissions on every file. The third one is minimize the use of chmod 777, which gives full permissions to everyone. It creates security risks. The fourth one, the fourth one is ensure that sensitive files like etc password, etc shadow have restricted access, typically only readable by the root user. So the last one is use tools like find and audit to track and monitor changes to file permission. So that's the answer for problem-based task for personal operating system, and that's all from me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.